Welcome to the podcast. Today we're going to talk about your boutique lifestyle. Now, what is a boutique lifestyle? If you've been around and you know about the business building boutique, you probably recall that the word boutique is intentionally picked. Now, what is a boutique business and a boutique life? I'm going to be talking about those two things in today's podcast. Now, I imagine a boutique to be this place that you walk into. And if it's your boutique, then you have intentionally designed every aspect of it. It's really reflective of you. It's a place that feels very beautiful, very spacious, and really is reflective of you. That is your boutique life, and that is your boutique business if you choose it to be that way. So let's talk about intentionally creating or curating. I love that word, curating a life where you do feel spacious, where you know all things are working together for good for you, where you show up in charge of what's happening. Now, what is the opposite of that? Chances are you're experiencing some of it right now, where you feel rushed, you feel overworked, you feel confused, you feel pushed, you feel like you don't know what to do. Like, I don't have my act together. I don't know what next thing to do for my business. And you keep thinking that someday you will have time to do what you want. So that is what your life probably looks like. And again, I want you to imagine together with me what it would be like to create this intentional boutique lifestyle and business. So when we think about your life outside of business, which is most of our day in and day out life, that really is about our family. That's about maybe just the time that we have with ourselves. It's about self-care. We hear about that all the time. But what is that for you? It's about your health. It's about the relationships you have. That is everything outside of your business. And we want to think about how you're going to intentionally curate an elevated experience for yourself in that area of your life and in your business. So let's talk about your business. When we talk about your boutique, and if you imagine again a boutique that you walk into, this is your coaching business, your coaching company. What hours do you want to intentionally work? What style do you want to reflect in your business? How do you want to be seen? What do you want people to say about you when you are not in the room? When people are referring you, when people are leaving you reviews or testimonials, what do you want them to say about you? You get to show up any way that you want to. You get to just decide how you're going to be seen. It's so amazing to intentionally create this instead of just showing up however. You get to decide what your method is. In the Business Building Boutique, we talk about creating your signature coaching offer, your coaching method, and it gets to be your unique blueprint. You get to imagine how you create a business where you feel very proud. You get to create a brand that looks very professional. All the things I'm talking about do not cost more money. They're all things that you would be doing in your business anyway. It's just that you have this intentional idea behind it that you are setting a standard, that you have a standard for yourself and your business that is the floor, right? That you're elevated, that you're going somewhere, that you're not just starting like trying to figure it out, because you can try to figure it out in a much more elevated way. So if you're in a hurry, you feel a sense of urgency. You feel maybe kind of off, like things aren't working. Or you can decide to carry yourself very gracefully throughout your day, knowing that it's all working out for you. That would be like a sophisticated mindset or a desperate mindset. Now, I believe, honestly, now truthfully, we're going to be flipping between those mindsets because we know that we're not always in the perfect mindset all the time. So you should expect sometimes to feel a little off. But when you've intentionally decided, no, I'm a person that has elevated thinking, that thinks about her business in a more sophisticated way, or you fill in the blank, whatever that emotion is that you want to show up more confident, more certain, you want to intentionally decide what that is. So when you find yourself on the side of feeling desperate or scarce or worried, which is just natural, you get to choose to go back to that boutique mindset that you want, that you've intentionally decided. So let me ask you, are you committed for the long haul? Again, if we think about a boutique, somebody that's really invested in their business, they've had a decorator come in and design it, they've bought all the inventory, they have beautiful signs outside, they've worked on the way that they show up in their business, they have certain hours, the experience they provide for their customers, when they do all that, they're committed. They're not going to just open up shop and be there for a few months. They have way too much invested to be there just that much time. So can you show up in your business in the same way? Can you say, no, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm in it. I have invested in my thinking. I've invested in myself, the education for coaching. Maybe the experience that you have, this lifetime of experience, is an investment in your business. And then I've invested in the mindset of being sophisticated, of showing up in an elevated way. So are you committed? This is another part of your boutique lifestyle that you want to think about for the long haul. And what does that look like? For me, I'm always committed to you. I'm always committed to myself growing in my business. So let's talk about your boutique life mindset. What do you want to believe? You get to decide anything. You get to decide who you are, right? You get to decide if you want to be the president. Yeah, I don't think I want to be that, but you get to decide that, right? Those people wake up, they decide that, they set the intention, they do what they need to do to get there. Are you deciding that you're going to be successful in your business? And then are you taking the steps to get there? What do you want to focus on? This is intentional again. Are you intentionally elevating your presence? Your presence, your body presence. That's like your mindset, the way you carry yourself, the way you show up in your office, the way that you show up on Zoom. Are you intentionally elevating your presence, your identity, your inner circle? Now, some of those things are hard to change. You might say, well, no, my family's negative and nobody believes in what I'm doing. But you have an opportunity with this online world that is so big. You have an opportunity to create an online inner circle. Have you done that? Have you found the people that believe in what you're doing, that understand where you're going, that also say, I want to have a boutique lifestyle and business, and I understand about intentionally creating your mindset? Have you found those people? Let's talk about this lifestyle, because so often you're waiting for the right time. You're waiting for the money. You're waiting until. What if you didn't have to wait until? Because you can decide today to step into this lifestyle, your boutique lifestyle today. And you can do it without spending money. You don't have to wait to have the money to do it. You can go on a walk and enjoy some fresh air, and that costs nothing, right? You can take time to eat. If you all know Tanya Lee from the School of Self-Image, she talks about sitting down with your china and eating. And it doesn't matter if you're eating a filet or a hamburger, you can still take the time to really enjoy yourself, right? Mindfully eating. That's a boutique lifestyle. That's how you elevate yourself. Are you making time for fitness? These are things that I am still working on. They're all part of the image that I'm working to attain. They're part of that boutique Debbie that I'm working on becoming. Do you have that set for you? When it comes to self-care, like the way that you take care of yourself, again, you don't have to hire a great stylist or go get your nails done. You can do all that yourself. I mean, I colored my hair for years myself, right? I cut my own hair. I did all that stuff myself. Dressing doesn't have to mean that you dress in designer clothes. It just means that you care for the way that you look. It means that you've taken that extra time to get ready in the morning, to plan what you're going to wear. I literally decide the night before what I'm going to wear the next day, right? Maybe you're doing that with your kids and you're not doing it with yourself. You should try it. Take the time to intentionally decide how you want to feel and what you're going to wear and have a plan for it. All of those things make you feel better when you show up in your business. And again, there's no waiting for the money or until tomorrow. You can start speaking to yourself today in a beautiful way. You can start encouraging yourself today. You can start deciding today to not allow others to treat you bad. You might have this internal rat race that's going on, and you can decide to slow it down. You all have heard me talk about my issue with time, and what I really discovered out of that was it wasn't that I didn't have enough time, it's that I had this internal racing going on all the time, so I actually wasn't present when I was doing anything. That's what actually made me feel rushed. That's not boutique living, all right? Your environment, your business space. It can be a sacred space that you don't have to do anything fancy. It doesn't have to be top notch, but it can be your sacred space that you keep clean, that you organize in a way that feels good to you, that you light a candle and spend a few minutes there, right? Peacefully entering into your workspace. The same goes for every place in your house, you guys. I mean, you know this. Make your bed if you're thinking about your bed being messy. Do the things that you need to do in the morning so that you're prepared. Plan for your evening meal so that when you show up to go to work, you're in the right headspace. So treat your business as if it is this high-end boutique, because it is. Treat your clients as if they are so important to you, because every person that comes and works with me, I understand that they invested money. I understand it was a hard decision. I want to give them what it is they came for and more. When I think about you guys listening to the podcast, I'm seriously so grateful. I know there are so many options. I know you're giving me your time. Thank you for that. The same goes for the workshops. For those of you who are reading my emails, who are following me on social media, my goodness, thank you so, so much. Are you showing up that way with that kind of gratitude? I'm going to guess probably not. What you're thinking is that there's not enough. There's not enough people that interacted with your posts. There's not enough consultations. Nobody cares about your business. You know what you create when you think that, right? You don't show up in a way that is attracting those people. So imagine that in your boutique, there is that one person who was kind enough to like your post, and just sit in gratitude for that person. Think about the way you're thinking about yourself. Catch yourself in that negative mindset space. Stop yourself. You deserve to think about yourself in a successful way. I'm going to talk about The Gap and the Gain. Again, that's a book that I've talked about before. Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan are the people who wrote that book. And we want to be thinking about living in the gain. Stop today when we think about you intentionally imagining your boutique life and business. Start to assess all that you actually have created already in your life. Start to build your evidence bank of everything that you have powerfully and wonderfully done, all right? That is how you begin to elevate yourself. Take the time after you've listened to this podcast to just spend some time intentionally imagining your boutique life. You're creating it, either intentionally or by accident. Let's do it intentionally, you guys, right? So what do you want to intentionally create? Set your mind to that today and start today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start right now, just with this mindset shift that I'm giving you today. Anything is possible for you. All right. I want to invite you to come to our complimentary open coaching on Monday. Head over to debbieshadid.com/open coaching. Come to our complimentary coaching, get questions answered. We can talk about your boutique life. We can talk about your boutique business. We can talk about elevating your mindset. You can get some complimentary coaching from our mindset coach. We can talk about designing a business that really feels like your boutique business. And then you guys can hang around, listen to what it would be like to work with us in the Business Building Boutique, to experience our coaching and our support. All right, you guys, have an amazing week. So grateful for you. Cannot wait to hear what kind of boutique business and boutique life you are going to create. Okay, have an amazing week. Until next time, talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.